Hello, my name is Jose Hernandez. My project relates to phones. Uh, it's more like a online store where customers actually will contact us if they have a broken phone, broken screen, whatever they need fixed. We take in their information. We also take in their phone's information on the customer's form that I made. It's basically we could search that person and we can edit his information in case something changes and we need to get a hold of him. We'll have his information from before and the currently one. So for the phones form, like I said, I mean, if they come in with the phones, we'll be able to add their information and link it to the customers. So yeah, this is my main menu. Um, it only relates to three buttons, which is the exit, customers, and the phones, and of course my background, which is Android and iFixit page. Let's go to customers. My customers information form relates with the surname, first name, last name, date of birth, telephone work number, the home number, fax number, and the cell number with email, home address, and the zip code, and finally the customer ID. The reason I have customer ID at the end is because it is my main search. My customer ID is more like my primary key on my table, on my SQL table. So let's search my customer 01, and this is my first one, which I'm going to show you right now. If we go to customer information, sorry it took a while. I was refreshing my table. It wouldn't load if I'm recording for some reason. It takes forever. So I had to pause the recording. As I was mentioning before, we had searched up the customer ID, which it's the first one. Oops, my bad. Which is the first one. Um, for the surname, Uh, first name James, last name Dog, date of birth 01 February 1994, telephone work number, and the home number, cell number, and email, of course. On my customer ID, of course, there's no way you'll be able to edit it because it's my customer ID, which is my primary key on my database. So let's say we want to change the surname to J. Save and edit. If we come over here, we'll refresh it. J. It changed. We'll search it again. 01. Change it back to Sir. Could make more sense and just have a normal name there. Uh, we could change this to. I have no idea. Let's try just door. Save edit. Refresh. And there it is. Same thing goes for the others. Search 01. Let me just change this to J, Gmail. It's the same thing for every single one. I'm just changing up some so we can see if my save edit is working. So we had saved an edit. And we search again, 01. Now, for the home address, we won't be able to change it because it is a foreign key. So it is linked to another table and it is more of a longer process for me to be able to change that. But other than that, my search and edit is working. And to show, we go to refresh, Senior James log, hello. Yeah. So let's go to our main menu, go to phones. This is my adding page where over here it's on my carrier. The model number, uh, device name, carrier date, if it's active or not. So we will be adding our own, of course. We will be typing in SMG 200 because I don't believe there is, nope, just the 100. Device name, we will use iPhone 10X. Carrier T-Mobile. Active, yes. Of course, the carrier date 01. Let's type in February, no, let's do April. April of 2017. Add. We come back to our table. We refresh. And SMG 200 iPhone 10X T-Mobile. Exactly how we typed it. So let's go to our coding part. This is our main menu, of course, where we were right now. What I have as coding in my main menu is basically for the customers, it's the form show and then the me.height, which it's basically an open the form and closes the form. For buttons, the button search is technically the same thing, just opens the add form. And for the exit button, it is me.close, which closes the forms complete. So we get out the main menu out of the way. Now let's go to our phones. So this is the add form, of course, where we would add the information. Oops, that was the wrong one. Let me get this out of here. View, Solution Explorer, and the add form. On my add form, we go to add, and this right here, this is where the Visual Basic, the information to connect to the SQL server, with my user ID and password. This is where you're declaring the carrier to strings. Of course, we need to start a try catch just in case it catches any error. This is the coding part where you insert into the P carriers to get the values from the SQL, like to insert them into the SQL database. And this is parameters where you add them, of course. This is just the code, like to write to it. And this is where you type it, and it will go into the database. This part clears it out, and the catch is when you get the error, it's gonna say an error occurred while attempting to add a new record. Now we go to our customers. So for my customers, this is where you declare the string and assign the connection to string value. The button search, where we search our information. Uh, this is where you input box, where an input box is created to input the information, which is my customer ID, my primary key, of course. Opens the Oracle connection, the con.open. This is where the select customer ID username. It's where you're actually this is what's gonna help you search for the information on the database, and it's gonna display it. This is declaring the variable as an Oracle database. Values are, of course, values have to be in order, in the correct variable. If not, it will be all over the place. This is what reads the Oracle database in order, where the data, of course, has to be in order, like I said previously. All this, it's where the display data that was assigned to the input box will be searched. Yeah, that's where you'll be searched, and it will get displayed there. Closes the connection with the focus and focuses to the text ID, which is my customer ID box. The saving button, which let me go back to show you guys. I won't throw you off where I'm at. Uh, View, solutions, customers. We just went through the search. Uh, we are going right now on the saving edit part. Customers, yeah, let me get that out of the way. Get this one out of the way too. So on the saving part, all this is creates a string, which for the first one is the string is created as text.ser1, text.ser2, and stuff like that. The try catch started. The connection is open to SQL, and of course the command to the update to the so we could update the database. This is where you set the identifiers to the variables that are used in the SQL, of course, where you type in and you're sending them to the database. This part clears it out. Of course, the catch, the errors, and it's where it catches, like I said before, closes the connection and focuses the box to the customer ID. And with the last button, which is the BTN exit, it closes the form. And for the main menu button, of course, it sends you back to the main menu. And that is it for my project. Still working on it, adding more. I'm adding more comments to it. A lot of commenting out on coding, which I still need to remove to make my program a little bit more cleaner. Yeah, thank you guys.